99 was really a line drawing. 99 was a cartoon, you know. She was a cartoon with a warm current going through this cartoon, but she didn't have many aspects. She was a very selective little package. And so 99 didn't have a name. She also didn't have a background. Presumably to be hard at Control Headquarters, she had to have a background, but that's top secret. Did I ever give a thought to 99's background? Not for 1 minute. She was totally preoccupied with adoring Max. That was her, that everything else was shoved out. There was just no room in the container for a past or a future. It was all Max all the time. And that she was excellent. Well, she was born that way. She was born excellent. She was born smarter than Max. And she was born to love him. You know, she was a post-feminist.
Okay.
This was in, as you say, just the dawn of this, I mean, there's been feminism before, but of this wave of feminism, which really was quite a tsunami, actually, of feminism that was coming up. She was still somewhat of a 50s girl. You know, she respected the man. She would never, just as it's what I grew up with, of being respectful to my dad. We would never talk back to my father. We would never speak to him disrespectfully, like I see kids doing with their parents, you know, who think that that's good for the kids to feel powerful or something, and, you know, maybe it is. But I didn't grow up that way. So I had a natural respect for men and a natural courtesy. And 99 certainly expressed that through Buck Henry's writing. I didn't write that, you know, but it was there to be played that way. And I think it did come from the sensibility of what had been. And yet what they did, because there wasn't a character like this yet on television, they made her smarter than the guy. But she didn't use that against him. That was just another fact of life, the way it should be, that some people are just better at their jobs than other people, but it doesn't mean you don't love the person who's not as good.
Although sometimes she'd let him think of an idea that he thought of an idea that she had actually come up with.
Yes, and that was part of her courtesy. And you know, she didn't want it. She just treated him with kid gloves, and she didn't sneer at him. She wasn't contemptuous. I think she was a nice lady. And then we went into the feminism part after Get Smart, you know, after that character had been established in that way, where the women were much more confrontational. She had not lived into a confrontational time. And then I think where we are now, to a great extent, is kind of modified, has modified that in-your-face attitude of, you know, I'm as good as you are, because I felt like I wasn't. I think the more women have confidence, the more they don't have to, you know, they don't have to push home their point in a way that's offensive. I don't think she was fed up, but I think that she, and probably it was part of my own evolution at the same time, that I would play things a certain way, that as I became more confident, you know, I was in therapy, I began to feel my own self-esteem a little more, and I think that I probably, in playing the role, got a little cheekier, you know, without going too far, but sort of testing the boundaries a little bit. But they did love that. They did love that, or Don loved me to do an in-the-camera take, where I would just, you know, just stare at the camera. And he loved that. He's the one who he started that. That was his thing.